Hello, students. My name is Jody McCarthy, and I'm the coordinator for Student Support Services at Alameda Unified School District.
Henry Mills, and I'm a junior at Alameda High School and the 2020-2021 student rep.
We wanted to let you know some of the mental health resources that are available to you at our middle and our high schools. Prior to COVID-19 and the shelter-in-place order, we know that some of our youth were struggling with their overall mental health and their social-emotional well-being. These days, there are even more youth that are experiencing some form of trauma, anxiety, depression, substance abuse, isolation, and even suicide ideation. It's important to recognize that every person is an individual with their own deep and rich experiences and sensitivity to what is happening in our community and in our nation as a whole. Some of us have more resilience and better coping skills and are more equipped to navigate this new normal. Some of us take on more of the weight of the world, feel more deeply, carry more trauma, and have a harder time coping right now. Compassion, empathy, and understanding is what's going to move us forward this year.
A broad body of research links social isolation and loneliness to poor mental health, and recent data has shown that 47% of those that are sheltering in place report negative mental health effects resulting from worry or stress related to coronavirus. Our most at-risk peers have increased needs due to the things I just mentioned. This includes our LGBTQ friends who already struggle with depression or who have maybe had a prior attempt, and our foster youth and homeless students. Our current climate with the police violence has really affected Black youth. Their suicide rates are currently rising faster than whites.
There are a number of factors contributing to the rise in mental health issues, and these are just some of them. It's important to note that within a matter of months, our youth have experienced a pandemic, a civil rights movement, an economic crash, and more. There's a serious impact because of this. Some of these factors that are contributing are an increase in family tension due to being stuck in the house, loneliness and social isolation because they're not able to get out and see their friends at school or their extracurricular activities like they typically would. There's the economic impact on the family if a parent or a caregiver has lost their job or maybe had to quarantine because they were sick and weren't able to go to work. There's a lack of consistency in routine and schedule. Kids talk a lot about being worried about the unknown and the fear of not knowing what is school like when we go back to school. There's frustration with distance learning. This is not something that our students are used to, and even some of our best students are really struggling and anxious about how it's going to impact them academically. Then there's the difficulty accessing mental health services virtually. Some of our middle school resources that we have available all across our island in all of our middle schools. The greatest resource that we have is our counselors. The middle school counselors can help you navigate all kinds of things, including changing your classes. If you got put in the wrong class, or maybe there's someone that you're having issues with in your class, maybe you got into it with a teacher, whatever it is, see your counselor. They can help problem solve with you, and it might include a schedule change. They can also help you if you're having a conflict with a friend or with a family member. And I think their greatest thing that they can do is just listen to you. Your counselors really do like you. You're the reason that they're there. They really want to help. If you're struggling with some big emotions, they can connect you with supportive group counseling or individual counseling, depending on what you need. Each of our middle schools have therapists from local nonprofits providing counseling services to students. Just remember that your counselor really is your greatest resource. They're going to be with you the entire time that you're in middle school. They're going to advocate for you. They're in your corner. Make sure that you say hello to them often.
High school, in addition to your school counselor and all the things that they can help you with, all the high schools have partnered with Alameda Family Services School-Based Health Center located on your campus. Even though we are in distance learning, the School-Based Health Center provides medical services. Feel free to make an appointment via text. Text 510-618-4480. The School-Based Health Center also provides health education, short-term mental health services. You will need to go through your school counselor for referral and distance learning, and the Youth Advisory Board internship program. This is a great opportunity to work with other dedicated and passionate youth activists. Please consider becoming involved with this team. Below is the handle for the School-Based Health Center Instagram page. which has up-to-date info about services and upcoming events.
Some other things and resources that we have available for our middle and our high school youth. In mid-September, we're going to be bringing on an app for social and emotional support. It's called Atlas. There's a lot of different things that our youth can access in this app. There are podcasts, there's a journaling portion to it. There's also a social media component. So look for that in the next few weeks. Also, on the back of all of our middle and high school ID cards, there are the numbers to the crisis phone line and also to the text line. So if you are feeling that you just don't have anybody to reach out to, that there's nobody there for you, or maybe you're embarrassed to go to your friends or your family, you could always call the phone number on the back of your ID card. It's a 24-hour line, and it's also a 24-hour text line. Additionally, if you go to Alameda Unified's website and you search for COVID-19 mental health, you can find some other resources that we have available to our families.
Thank you all for your time, and we wish you the best this year.
Have a good year, everybody.